pressing of the buttons. Let's put a little something something here for you. Oh, what's another chicken apple? And then there's a mover. Let's move these off. I need to get to work on those Terminators, but let's pop those there. I need to get some kind of Terminator ready display, something like that going on. 2 hours. Let's get some painting done. I have followed the advice of whoever that was. I've forgotten the name. Dang it, I've forgotten the name. Let's do. Oh, hang on. Let's go back to downloads. Actually, let's copy out this sucker. Where are you? Thank you very much, Dan RTS. Copy. Then we go to that folder. Fix that in. We go this one. Hit enter. Come say hi. Oh, cats. Jeez. Come say hi. Hashtag painting miniatures. Fine. Oh, Discord link. Discord link. Discord link. Discord link. Discord link. I wish I could do this not now, like when I'm doing, when the stream is not on. I wish I could set this up beforehand, but it doesn't seem to be a way. Server settings. If this is a permanent link, why do I have to keep going to Discord to get it? Why can't I just, like, keep the same link? You know? That's a good point. Good point, Table. Why don't I just do that? I could just do that. Zup, zup, zup. We are good. Oh, that's a tasty looking thumbnail if I do say so myself. Less is more, guys. Less is more. That's the key. Less is more. I don't even know if people can hear me, but I'm enjoying myself doing this anyway. Oh, look. You saved? Oh, you are now. There we go. It's not a bad thumbnail. Can I paint with a frequency of having one thumbnail per stream? Oh, I don't know. I think I might be recycling them at some point. And then this one, this one, this one. We're good. Okay. Let's crack on. 2 hours. Starting now. Oh, someone's here. Hello. Say hi, or forever be branded heretic. Heresy? Are you going to commit to heresy? I suspect you are. You filthy little heretic, you. You don't have to say hi, but you can drop a like to tell me that you exist. That would be nice. Slap a like on, or you can just leave heretic! Heresy! Burn your nipples! Damn heretics. How dare you lurk and disappear? You filthy lurkers. Where am I at here? We got the ogres. I guess we continue with the ogres. Get a little bit done. That is a little bit something, some progress, some initial starts. Let's just go and whack this on. Yes, I am listening to something in the background. It's not the best because but when there's no chat, I figure I'll listen to something, and then I can just crack on and get some painting done. You know, boop. That one. This. Ah! Come on. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy, mouse? They're my bits of plastic. I need to save those. No, I'm done with edge runners. I am on the Dexter. Yeet. Come on, I should have done this sooner. Come on, little cheeky. There we go. Bingo, there we go. Done. Come on, table. Clicky, clicky, clacky. Should be the right one. Oh, maybe they're not on. That's what it was. Okay, let's start. Howdy, one person. Are you a lurker, a little heretic, or are you going to actually say hi? Who knows? But I'm not overly concerned. Let's get cracking with this ogre. I need some of that Raka flesh. Oh no, but we're going... Didn't we go Cadian? I think we went Cadian. Hang on a second. No, it's Bugman's. Bugman's was the original one. So what was the flesh? I guess we need to go this one. Alright. I'll just get a selection of fleshes. You. There we go. Hey, Francois! How are you doing, man? Nice to see ya. Been a little while. I say it's been a little while. I think it's only been a day, but it feels like a long time since I've seen you. How you doing, man? Whoop. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, that red's still a little fresh. Well, it's a flesh colour, so there can be some variations in the tone. I'm fine with that. Yeah, pretty good. Yesterday's stream, I did 4 hours. It was pretty damn quiet, frankly. It was really quiet. We got a lot of progress, but I practically watched the entire series of Edge Runners, that cyberpunk thing on Netflix. And I'm not sure if... Well, what I've decided is I'm going to watch something if chat is quiet. I've got Dexter on at the moment, season 1, but yeah, I think if it's quiet, I'm just going to have something on in the background. I'd like to be talking throughout, but having something on in the background, listening to it, it takes the pressure of me having to constantly chat if no one's around. You know, because you shouldn't have to force these things. They need to feel natural. So this is a different flesh colour to the previous one. It would seem that I'm going to have different skin tones, because I'll just forget what colour tone I did on each ogre, frankly. But I don't know what to highlight this. But yeah, things were good. Things are really good. We got a lot done. Quite a lot's happened since you were last on as well. So this brush is really naffed, but maybe it doesn't need to be super okay. It does look a bit blobby, but I reckon we can just this brush is too splayed, isn't it? Let's be honest. Oh, this brush is... I've got no good brushes. I need a medium... Oh, that one's okay. Bleach bone or Wraith bone? Well, thanks. I do feel like I need to up the highlights on these guys. But the truth is, there's not a lot of edges on these things to do. But it's just about making a bit of progress, I feel. I've got a lot of gluing today. Oh, we did have a revelation. So this guy was... You can see the old base, right? So you see the old base in there. So when it sat flat, she was at this janky angle and I didn't like it. But then we had the idea of the stream of just tilting it up. So what I did was I rebased it and stuck in a couple of bits of sprue to brace it. And now she sits vertical. I'm much happy with that. I've got to build some cladding around here though to fix it. But I'm way happier with how that base has turned out. And we've got a lot of progress on the old Demon Prince. Quite a lot of progress indeed, frankly. It's nearing being done.
So there's a bit of gold edge highlighting to be done, and the marine helmets on the base, lip around the base, but there's a skull on the backpack, on the power pack that needs doing, but there's some progress. I'm pretty pleased with it, frankly. Dark was able to help me with the sword. He posted some images on Discord. Together we were able to figure it out, but so it was really nice that worked first time. So it's pretty bloody good, frankly. That was a nice revelation. But yeah, so yeah, it's been pretty good, frankly. I'm on for 2 hours. I've managed to hammer out 2 hours. I was trying for 5 hours a day, but I've already failed. I did 4 yesterday, but it was so quiet. After 3 hours, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to stop. But today, now this stream will be 2, and I'll see how much progress I can get done. But I think you've got to grind these streams. I think you have to take the rough with the smooth and just get in there and get painting. I made a new thumbnail, did that. Thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how it. Like I said, Dark was very helpful in how to go about doing it. I was really struggling with what to do, but I feel like it's come out quite nicely. And now I know how to do blues like that, so that's something. I quite like that I'm forgetting the skin tones. I think having a bit of variance varies. Do you have a purple wash? I do. No. Yes, I might have. Why? Why do you think purple wash on that? Are you going to suggest purple wash on the edges? Because someone else said that, and I kind of vetoed it because it was the sword's already kind of pushed my skill limit, frankly. But why purple wash? I'm curious. Oh, yeah, it does look a little bright. It does look like it's not got a lot of shadow, but we'd have to redo all of those reds. And I feel like maybe I could save it for the next one. But yeah, the shadows aren't that deep, it's true. But then again, the golds aren't that deep. So, yeah, you are right. But I've never tried a purple on a red. Yeah, the trouble is, I'm not. Yeah, I agree with you. I might just save it for a new mini because we've got the Chaos Terminators coming. So maybe I could use that, try that on those. with the old demon, I think maybe I could go back and do it once I've had a practice on something a little bit less. Because at the moment, other than the skulls, which I think look a bit weak, I don't like the skulls so much. I think they look a little bit out of place as far as quality is concerned. But I might have to think about it a little bit. I feel like I need to edge highlight this somehow. This flesh. I'll do my skulls as bones as follows: brown, wraith bone, egg watch, dry brush, wraith bone. Corellia green. That's the second time you've mentioned that Corellia green. I think I really need to get myself one of those. I've got a note of it somewhere. Here, Corellia green, up there. I haven't forgotten you recommending that. I think I need to write down this this bone technique. I think I need to try it. Is the green dropped into the recesses? Ooh, that was quite a hefty splodge in the recesses. I might wash that a bit. Ah, Ah, okay. That's an interesting idea. Let's wash a little bit of this off. Just ever so slightly. I think I could come back and do that with some fine detail. It's quite nice having a different skin tone to work with, though. This might be a good opportunity to work on flesh tones. Kind of the issue with Bugman's is that I need to mix the next color up because it's quite a jarring contrast between the two layers. I definitely don't mixed paints. I need to get that tile or plastic tub or something. Oh wait, I've got a plastic lid here now. When I was doing the sword, we used this for the blues. I'm sure this would work, right, for mixing. I'm going to do all three with this flesh because I've got a big dollop of it. It's kind of clumped together, so I'm kind of wetting it to break down this clump of pigment. So I think I'm going to continue with them. I'm not very good at flesh. I need some help with the fleshy bits. It looks a little chalky, a little dry, ironically. I guess... I don't know if it's another layer that's going to help. So I don't want to totally remove the bugmans from underneath or the grain from beneath that. Hey, Ant. How you doing, man? How you doing? Can we get a little bit of chat going on? I've found that these live streams of late have turned into me watching TV and largely painting in silence. But I think it's a me issue in that I'm not getting the right time when people are most chatty. That's what I'm thinking. Or we've settled into a nice routine where it is just easier to watch. It doesn't have to be a chat, you know? I'd be interested, actually. Are these streams at the point now where you can just chill and have them on just in the background? Or do you want to have audio? Or you listen to something else? I just don't know which one it is. I'm very curious to hear what it's like from the other side as a viewer. I would be very curious about that, actually. 11 a.m. isn't exactly a preferred thing. No, it's true. There is also the art of the possible. The idea is that I can do now for 2 hours and we can get progress done. And then I've got the option for later, possibly. The idea of putting those hours, you know? So even though your set name is... it says UK in your name, but it's 2:30 where you are. Interesting. I don't feel like I need to go down to a lower brush for the face. I just have to... I like that face more. Ah, it's your surname. It's not UK. Now I get it. Now I get it. Got you. Well, that's really appreciated, actually. Trying to bump those analytics, trying to get that sweet ad revenue. Although from everywhere I read and see, they say that ad revenue is just dog turds all round. But well, not got lofty goals. Aiming for less than 0. That's the plan. Less than 0 in the stream. Less than 0 in the chat. It's not. It's all about the getting started. It's all about the momentum. And just having something consistent. We've just got to get off zeros. That's it. That's it. No lofty goals. No super long-term goals without the progress of the first stages. So, like I say, 1 to 3 active people in the chat. Off of 0 likes. That's it. The idea is that I give this a go. We get going. Oh, I opened Hive Secundus as well, Francois. You can see I've got some terrain pieces in process. They've not been weathered at all yet, but... in the process of making those, and I decided on I'm halfway through with the paint scheme on these brood scum, so I'm doing these guys. Yeah, haven't got the rest of it assembled yet, but yeah, I opened it and I'm pretty friggin' pleased with myself. Typhon, the Kill Team box is looking pretty good. However, I have taken photos of the Orc Battle Battalion. It's going to get listed on Table Trades, and I'm going to open up Saturnine, and I'm going to do exactly what I did with the Age of Darkness box set. I sold off the tank, and I'm going to sell off the Saturnine Jet Dreadnought, and then if this continues, and you hear from me in 3 months that I regret selling the Dreadnought, yep, that's what's going to happen. I've already set out my roadmap, because not only will it come off the drawers, so you can't get it for free, but yeah, I'm friggin'... I need some cash, man. Some liquidity. Is that what it's called? Liquidity? When all your money's tied up in assets? I do like my table trades. We're gonna go with the consistency, and we're gonna see if we can't create something that is a regular occurrence for people, and it's like, hey, I'm a bit bored, I don't want to watch this and this, I'll see if Table's on, because most likely he is. You know, I can be people's fallback, their default. Be like, oh yeah, I'm bored, what can I do? Well, I definitely know Table's going to be on painting something, so I'll have a look at that. And also, if I stream regularly, you can be gone like a day or two and come back and you're going to see loads of progress, and then you can hop on and ask about that. That's the thing. It's no different from how I play games. I get super into it and I just put in the hours. This is exactly the same kind of thing. But the biggest issue, like the games, is if I lose interest. So I have to entertain myself. Like, for example, giving myself the little goals. The 30 hours of streaming this week is one goal. Or wait, it was 7 days, so it's 35 hours. I'm going to see if I can't... Something about that face really works, and I don't know what it is, but the chest looks patchy as hell. But for some reason, the face really works. I guess it's because it's smaller surfaces. There we go. Quite like them. I love ogres. I loved them when they first came out. And I have an ogre army. I've got to figure out the bases situation, get the right bases, especially for the cavalry. But we are well on our way. We're off the starting block with the ogres. Right, that's 2. Well, so you can see that the skin differs from the first one. You can see it's a different skin tone. But I am quite happy for them to have different skins. It definitely adds to the feel. So I'm going to go ahead and do this third one. And then we get to do some edge highlighting, I think. We are looking into playing. It looks like Hive Secundus this week. We're going to give it a go. I've already started gluing up the rules. I've laminated all the cards. You can see the quick sheets are up there. I'm doing the terrain. But I need to find a moment to sit down and assemble the rest of the team. And I think we can just go with whatever quality they're in. But we're going to try... and I'm moving forward with all game systems. That's the plan. We're trying to bring together armies. So obviously this ogre's for Old World. We've got some 40k going on, but 40k could also be Apocalypse. I've got the rules for that. But there's a thing I don't like. I don't like the cardboard, like the bits of paper base mats. I don't like that. I laminated mine, but even so, I'd really like to get into terrain. I think I'd really, really enjoy that if this Secundus terrain is anything to go by. But I think a nice board and some narrative-based plays. Mordheim. I've never even considered Mordheim. Isn't Mordheim not discontinued? Because I hear it's really good. But isn't it like an old game system that got replaced with Cursed City? But if it's an old version of the game, it's going to be harder to get and more expensive. So I'm not sure I can play Mordheim. Because, I might have to keep it to. That's what holds it back. I'm just trying to get one game system off the ground. Yeah, it's an old version. Okay, yeah. So it's inevitably going to be more expensive to get hold of. You might be able to get the rules online though, and then use proxies. Maybe is it against Skaven? Isn't Skaven the main adversary in that? You're like because of the city streets and they're popping out the sewers. Have I got that right? Ah, you got a game club. Ah, if you're willing to hop on Discord and share photos, that would be amazing. So no to Skaven. Okay. $20 warbands. Oh, okay. Well, that makes it more interesting. Thanks for the likes, guys. I notice we're up to 4 now. Appreciate that. We have a new high score of 20 on streams, which is good. That was Saturdays. Saturdays was a corker of a stream, actually. But for me, it's the main one is when the chat's flowing. That's what's really nice because I look up every few seconds or so, and I like it when there's something new to read. I'll be honest, it's a huge help with streams. I don't know if other streamers mention that a lot, but it definitely helps me with the pacing. I prefer to be talking than just sitting silent. 40 minutes of me on my own without something in the background, but it turns out that 3 hours is my limit with something in the background before I'm just like, I start thinking of doing other things. And that's what happened with yesterday's stream. Not that it's okay for it to be quiet, but 3 hours of quiet was a lot. Oh, there's a little bit there. Oh, shaky hand there. Brr. Oh, okay. Mate, that does sound like sound like the right way to go about it, frankly. It sounds smart that you did it that way. Oh, there's going to be a little bit of overlap in here. It's just... If it goes on the skull, it's fine, but the metal's all done. Ah, it's okay. Okay, this hand hasn't been Bugman's, but I'm hoping I can just cheese it by going over the flesh. I wouldn't notice. You wouldn't notice. I'm just cheesing that. I don't want to have to go and change the paint on the brush for a Bugman's. That's all it needs, just a little bit of flesh there. It's rank and file, we don't need to get too crazy with it. Yeah, they look good. I like them. They're coming along nicely for some good old cheeky rank and file. Right, should we do a bit of Demon Prince, I think, maybe? Well, I'm sold. If someone says Mordheim's fun, who am I to not believe you? Ridge highlight, silver. That's what we do. Where the frick's my Runefang steel? No. I guess not then. Ah, here it is. Bingo. Whoa. I think I've got too many paints on this desk. Let's scoop some of these suckers up. So what's Mordheim closest to? Like Kill Team for Warhammer? Or is it an entity unto itself? Looks like Old World. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, like what? What are the warband names? I tell you what, if there's 2 warbands that I like, then I'm going to look into it. Treasure Hunters, Cult of the Possessed. Ooh. Witch Hunters might be cool. Man, putting silver highlights on gold looks so good. It really works. It really brings out the golds. It sounds like Mordheim has options. Like dwarf treasure hunters, I like the idea of that. Those greedy little gits. Which one? The mercenaries? That would explain the solo purchase. Do they have any kind of deployable turret option? I like the idea of that, because they are dwarves. Oh, okay. So you can upgrade your gear between games? So you have like a narrative campaign? Is that what it is? Like Necromunda? Oh, cool. Oh, that's a lot of silver. Oh well. Just own it. Put a little bit in there as well. A little bit of D on those bits. Might be able to get away with a little less on these skulls. I say, whilst immediately applying more. Hey Arcanine, how you doing? Joining us at the halfway point here. How you doing, buddy? Just working on the old Demon Prince. We are definitely getting close to the end. I did the sword. We finally figured that out. Were you here for that? I can't remember. But yeah, we finally got somewhere with the sword. That's what I went for. It's about the best I can do at the moment with my skills. I'm rather pleased with it. Yeah, but Dark totally helped me out with it. I can't take full credit at all. He definitely helped to talk me through what I could do, what we could do with it. Yeah, I'm super pleased. It's definitely nearing being done, which is nice. I didn't think it would be done so quick. Do you remember when we first started and it was like, oh, that's a lot of detail? And I was like, yeah, it really is. It was like, I don't know how we're going to get through it, basically, but it really has. Oh, that's all the highlights done. We've just finished all the gold highlights. I don't think the skull necessarily needs any more than a smidge there. Smidge there. Oh, a little bit of silver. There we go. Yeah, I love it as well. I'm already starting to think of what's next, and I'm thinking maybe I might tackle this one because she's going to have a lot of gold on her. I fixed the base last night, so she's now level. But I think painting the roses would be super good, and the doves. But then, I mean, I don't know what to do for the face. She's got to look angelic as she's a saint, but I think I might try a light effect on the base, maybe, if she's, like, the idea is that she's emitting light, but I'm thinking I might do this one, maybe. Or Dante, maybe. I don't know, I'm not sure. There's options, we've got some options. Or I might just do a stream of getting stuff completed. Let's do that skull that's on the backpack. Yeah, let me give you a little. Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the demon or the living saint? All I've changed is I've just changed up her base. If you Google it, you'll see that she's kind of hovering on these bits of parchment, but I wanted to change it up, make it look a little better. And I used the doves as like a brace for the wing. They're not meant to fit on like that, but I was going for like a John Woo movie kind of doves flying around. Yeah, lots of gold. Lots of fine detail on it. It's a very fiddly model, but I feel like it would be a good stretch to improve my skills. So that's why I'm thinking of doing that one next. Plus I'm already working on the base, so maybe what's good is that I've already painted more during these streams than I have almost in this entire year. So the streams are really good for getting progress. But I don't want to paint for the sake of it. But yeah, what a change! What an absolute change! I mean, getting used to the streams. I discovered yesterday, I'm still susceptible to no activity on the streams. But hey, it's getting better. It's more like 3 hours than 40 minutes of quietness. So, but it is definitely more enjoyable when there's an active chat. Okay, that skull's done. Needs to dry a little bit, and I can get a little bit of Wraith bone on there. What else do we need to do now? Highlights on the hair. That's what we need. So I'll find the old Tau Ochre. That's what killed yesterday's stream. I couldn't find the Tau Ochre, and I was just like, I'll do it tomorrow. And ironically, I can't find the Tau Ochre now. I'm pretty sure I put it in here. Got it. There we go. Yeah, well, yeah, I like that saying because it's always the last place you look. It's like, well, I don't find the thing and then continue looking for it. You know, I never understood that saying. It's like, I found my item. Let's continue looking. It's really coming together, yeah. Again, there's a point. I mean, the Reds, lesson learned, the Reds are a little bit flat. I think for the next one, we can definitely up our game with the Reds. We can figure something out. Francois has given us a tip about using purple in the recesses. So what we do is that when we next do a red, we'll really try and op that a little bit. So I think he might be onto something, but we can definitely bring these reds out. But I'm inclined to call this one a win with how it is. We definitely need to improve. We can improve the reds because we improved the golds dramatically on this one. So we've really taken a big step up, and the sword as well was a bit of a stretch. So we now know the blues, and we can do deepen the reds, and And what was the other thing? I can't remember. It's a nice beard. It's amazing how a little bit just goes. How do we do the gold? So I can tell you exactly how. So you cover it entirely in Retributor armor, and then you give it a wash with Reichland Flesh Shade. Then back with the gold, you kind of clean up the ink a little bit. And then once you've got that gold cleaning up the surfaces a little bit, you go in and you edge highlight with Rune Fang Steel. It's that simple. And it's just so much better than just going metallic paint and then a wash. It's such a different. Now the shadows aren't as deep as if you used Agrax, but also the cleanup isn't as difficult. And I quite like the gold. So yeah, I think a little bit. I think in there, that bit of chest in there hasn't been highlighted. So I'll finish the hair and then we'll go in and do that. If I forget it, guys, can you let me know if I forget to do that chest bit? Let's just go in and do these individual strands best I can. It's a bit of a wonky angle. There's actually a horn there of some sort. There's something, but I'm just going to blend that in. No, we're at this point with the terrain. We've gone 3 different layers of green, 2 different greys. I haven't done the metallics or the guns. We haven't got that far with it. However, we can do some of that today. That's absolutely fine. I think that's all the hair needs. That's all it needs, just ever so slightly, just on the ends there. Skag Brown and Tau Ochre, just perfect for fur and cloth. It really has saved my day with browns. We discovered that one quite early on actually, because browns were a bit of an issue. Because we ended up repainting those Ogroid Myrmidons, didn't we? Yeah, no, definitely come on and catch up. Yeah, what I like is that, you know, you only missed one stream, but I've got something to tell you about. Yeah, so, yeah, the terrain is coming along. I don't need to worry too much about this. I think I can just do that. There we go. Right. That would be hair and beard done. And that's just Skag Brown, Reichland Flesh Shade, and then Tau Ochre highlights. And I think it looks great. So let's edge highlight that bit of gold armor before we forget it. I was thinking I need to rig up some kind of like shelving here, like these teeny tiny little shelves to get my, I think it's 5 or 6 squads of Terminators up, so I can work on each of them as I go and try and get them progressing, because they're just sitting in the drawer at the moment. And I really want, I'm a bit stuck with them, and I kind of want to have them up to speed. But I feel like I want to have more models on display here so I can just pick up and put down what I have. But I need some small shelves, and I guess I can make it cardboard and tape. I might just do that. There's nothing wrong with being interested, Arcane. So Arcane 99. Some little shelves. Oh shit. I need to clean that silver off sharpish. I mean, it's just the barest hint of silver this needs in here. Just ever so slightly. There we go. That's what it needed. Hey, Dark. Hey, buddy. I've been singing your praises today about this sword, man. Can you believe that was just yesterday? Oh, man, yeah, I've been giving you full credit for that beauty. And I had another look at the sword on the Discord as well. It looks very similar. I'll take it. That was definitely a push on my skills. But now we know we can get watered down ink into recesses. And you wouldn't think that was Ultramarines blue in those recesses, but it really is just enough to darken it compared to the rest. So, yeah, thanks again, Dark Man. You totally helped me out on that one. So, there isn't anything else left on the body of this Demon Prince that isn't done. Oh, there's a tiny bit of Wraith Bone needed. Tiny bit of Wraith Bone on the skull on the backpack. But then that's the last bit on the character himself, which I'm friggin' surprised as hell to say. Let's get some Wraith Bone on that bit. Oh, yeah, there we go. Skull done. That's all it needs. That's everything on the body done. That is crazy. Everything on the body done. What a treat. I tell you what, the nose ring can do with a little tiny smidge of silver. The nose ring doesn't have any silver on it. Let's just do a tiny bit on that. There we go. I feel like I might be ready for a Primarch. Maybe. Like, if I can do that. The one thing I would have maybe changed, because we made a leap forward with the gold on this one, and with the sword, I feel like maybe there could have been a model beforehand, but maybe because it was a character and that pressure was there is what made me try and up my game. So, but the reds, we can definitely do something. I think Francois is onto something with the reds. A little bit of purple, maybe that would be it. Maybe that's the way to go. Yep. Yeah, like Skyrim when it's just like dum dum. Yeah, I get a little, yeah, painting level up. That is without a doubt a level up. Just taking this in comparison to the Ogroids. Let me get an Ogroid out. You can see. Let me get one. You can see that there's an improvement. You can see it. You can see there's an improvement. Although the red is pretty good on that Ogroid. But, yeah, there we go. It's just base and Space Marine heads now, but that's easily done. Excellent. Oh, let's just pop him on here. There we go. Should we do something a little bit easier? Should we make these look a little bit disgusting? Yeah, it's definitely an improvement. Thanks entirely to streaming it on here. I would not have improved that much in such a short space of time without having you guys on here to talk to about it. Clearly, it's a way that it helps with me leveling up my skills, without a doubt. So that is, man, it's good. Feels good. I like these streams. I like it when stuff's moving. They're really good. They're really good. We're just talking about the pain and improving skills. And what I really like as well is that, yeah, sure, it's me on here figuring it out, but we're all privy to that information. We all get to figure it out together. And I really like that anything that we've discovered in these streams, you can take away and put on your own models. Hey, Javdav. How you doing, man? But yeah, I'm friggin' so pleased with that guy. Now what I need to do is find a lead belcher. Here we are. Yeah, lead belcher. So, let's go ahead and do some of these vents as a little celebratory, not edge highlighting. Although, to be honest, frankly, edge highlighting isn't so tough anymore. Yeah, we're learning it all at the same time. I've never said I am in any way an expert when it comes to painting. I want to talk to you about armies. Yeah, I just want to say this one thing. I've never said that I'm a professional at painting. We're figuring it out as we go. But yeah, it ain't half nice when we get a result. Those scrambled egg lasers, though. I haven't forgotten those. For that in the back, with regards to the wings, would you want them to be fake or metallic? Think Archangel or Marvel, or more actual wings, feathered or painted? If you painted him. With the wings on who? Are we talking about this one, the Living Saint, or are we talking about my Dante wings? But you said he. Whose wings are you referring to? Are you talking about Primarchs? I did mention doing a Primarch. I'm just going to blast these vents a little bit. Oh, that's a little bit more than a little bit. I'm going to have to try and break that up a little bit more. Okay, we'll just have to do extra gunk. Just going to do that pipe. That's a lot of silver in there. Dang it. Oh no, that's Living Saint. I was just showing her off because I fixed her base. Dark, you were on when I talked about that. Look. Do you see? Look, so that was the original angle. Bit wonky. And then what I've done is I've just clipped the base off and I've put it on an angle. And I've just used a couple of bits of sprue to brace it. And I'm going to build a bit of a surrounding piece along here with bits of plate. And then she now sits straight, which is what I wanted as a saint. So, yeah, Primarchs. Well, I've only got the Lion, but to be honest, the first one I wanted, and the one I really want now is Guilliman. Guilliman, Mr. Smurf. I've really messed up those vents with that silver. It looks awful. I'll figure it out. Let's just... a dab do you with this lead belcher. Yeah, robot girly man. Yeah, I really, really want him. And okay, this might sound a bit weird, right? So, primarily I buy my stuff on Wayland Games, okay? Now, I know I've got a €30 delivery charge to get it into the EU, but Wayland Games is still what I found is the best price on things. However, what I do, I have to do a large order to justify the purchase. So what I do is I fill the basket, but then I don't have the money. So the basket evolves. I'm like, I'll cut out him. He's not made the cut. I would rather have that. And it just changes. And I used to get really into just setting up changing the cart, the items in the shopping cart. And then sometimes I would be able to buy a big order. less now that I'm not working. But my point being is that Girly Man has, on multiple occasions, gone in and then not made the cut. So, and then I almost got one second hand, but the paint job was so thick. I was like, okay, sure, I can get him for €30, but the amount of paint on this guy, I wasn't convinced that it would be a worthwhile buy. But yeah, I think Girly Man is the next one. I think I'd like him. Although, as we don't have him, maybe I should just bite the bullet. The only issue is I've never done Dark Angel green. I don't like it, and I'd quite like my Dark Angels to be black. So, but if I do black, then I'm going to run into the problem of having the highlights in black. So, I just... it's a beautiful model, though, frankly. But we could do him. Maybe I have to get the green right. I'll have to paint a Dark Angel beforehand, maybe. Because I've never painted Dark Angels, so... I'm just going to do a token. Just a token bit of metallic. The less I care about it, the better, really, for these. Well, that's the thing. But with the chaplain, he's black with dark grey highlights, but I can hardly see them. I know they're there, but I can hardly see them in places. I'm not overly concerned if I go over too much with the silver. We're going to gunkify them anyway. Anything I can do to break up the edges is fine. It breaks up the stripe a little bit, but you still get the gist that there was a stripe there at some point. That's fine. Right, let's let them dry. Right, so where are we at next? Yeah, I'm just not sure about the black. I'm just going to make a cup of coffee. Guys. I won't be long. I'm just not sure. Maybe I could edge highlight these trousers. Get these guys moving. I'm really enjoying the ogres. I'm a bit stuck on... Hang on, let me show you before I go to the loo. So maybe you guys know. I've got... oh, I don't know where it is. Oh, it's in the cupboard. So it's the... I want to say Grotox Cavalry. It's the old Start Collecting box. But I also have the big... It's got the big old boy with the 2 ogres sitting on it. And it's got the 4... And they're like these snow cat things with tusks. I have no idea what bases they come on. But anyway, I'm just going to go quickly make a coffee. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. And if you've got any questions, slap them in the chat so I've got something to look forward to when I come back. Be right back. Yeah, big fan of coffees. Hang on a second. Let's catch up with the chats. I'm having some trouble struggling with paint stripping stuff. I've got some stuff in soak, and the paint is just not coming off at all. I haven't checked it in a few weeks, but yeah, it's a tiny bit of paint stripper and then a lot of Dettol or something. I forget what it is, but yeah, it's not coming off very. Let's have a look. Never working black dark greys. Cool. Yeah, sorry that the stream's only going to be 2 hours. Never thought I'd ever say that, but I've got an hour when I come off stream. I've got an hour, and I've got to commit heresy. I've opened it and I've had a little look, but I've got to carve up my Saturnine box and start listing stuff on table trades. Got to bring in some pennies, so I'm going to have to cannibalize the box. And so if you see these post-its start disappearing, oh wait, that one can come off. The Orc Battalion's listed, but I've opened Secundus. But at the moment they're still on the giveaways, but if they come off, then it just means that I have sold them. Sorry, needs of the must. I just think that the view counter, in light of what Francois has told me, is quite a lofty goal. Yeah, it is heresy, because I tell you what, with the Age of Darkness box, I sold the tank early on for the same reason, to get a few pennies, and I regretted it because I didn't have the complete box to set it up to play. So that's why I'm not going to cannibalize Secundus. I'm going to keep it as it is so that I can actually play it. Speaking of which, we haven't done anything on this. Should we? I might go ahead and do these guys' heads. Although I did say I was going to do something else. What did I say? We're between jobs. Yeah, we're between things. Let's just. You know what? I will do a little bit of Wraith Bone on those heads. I don't know how to do their clothes. I don't know what to do. I want them looking mucky. I don't want to spend a huge amount of time doing every single detail because they are scum. I want them to look filthy. I was thinking if I just kind of, I don't know, just dark blue and a slightly lighter blue highlight. I don't want to bring out every single detail on them. What are your thoughts on the brood scum? Those filthy scum. I guess we could bring out a few details. I mean, what I could do is paint them all blue, and then once they're all done, think about how to bring up their armor. Or if they do something particularly fancy in a game, then they earn the right to have a bit more detail on them. Maybe they just come in generic, and if they do something particularly fancy, like erase one of their enemies in a particularly brutal fashion, we could then upgrade them. Yeah, definitely need Wraith Bone. That was always the plan. And there's now some on the brush. So, but yeah, it's definitely Heresy Dark carving up the box. Just a blue wash. Maybe I could just use contrast paints. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I could just do that. Huh. Maybe I could. Let's get some nice little edge highlights on, and then we'll see where we're at. Nothing too major, just some nice little... Oh, that's a lot of paint. Looks like he's got a dog nose. Rawr. Oh, that was rather a snacky line that just went in there. The Saturnine Dread. So, if we don't go by Games Workshop prices, I was thinking of listing it for 50. But if I'm being fully transparent with you guys, I'd probably accept 40, but I wouldn't bloody like it. But it's like, what, 85 or 90? So I think 50 is okay. But then you got to factor in postage. So that's what I'm thinking for the Saturnine. 50 and a begrudging 40 because I'm a bit tight. So, oh, that highlight went in rather nicely. There we go. Do you think that's a reasonable price? I thought it was reasonable. Yeah, you think you'd take it for 50? Well, that's good. I don't want to go too high with it, but at the same time I need it to move. No, it's not. It's not a website. It's just me trying to... So I'm pretty bad with money, and what I'm trying to do is, like... I always like being a trader in games, so I'm trying to manifest me being a trader in real life, but... if I've made any money, it's a really small margin. If you want it for 50 plus shipping, yeah, we could totally do that. I'd rather sell it to someone I know, because then if I do sell it to you guys, you'll send me a photo of it painted, you know? Francois, where are you in the world again? Because if it's US, we might have a bit of an issue. I don't know. I'd have to take it to the post office, but no, I guess I could find out. I'd have to take it to the post office tomorrow. Okay, cool. So you'll pay shipping regardless. Okay, because it might. I don't know how the fees will work, but I can box it up. And I'll take it to... I'll go to the post office first thing tomorrow morning. It means I'll be a little bit later on for the stream. But I'll take it and then find out how much it costs once it's all boxed up. And then I will let you know the cost. I guess PayPal will be the easiest way. But as far as the Saturnine box is concerned, other than the the Saturnine Terminator Praetor and the Saturnine Terminators, everything's up for grab of levels of wanting to keepiness. I kind of want to keep the Marines, but the turret has to go, unfortunately. Cool. Okay. All right. Done deal, Francois. Are you about tomorrow? So I'll be on the stream, and then you can I can let you know how much that is. And we can sort that out. That's a huge help, by the way, Francois, because yeah, like I say, low on cash, and also you can send me a photo of it being painted. Sweet. Okay, we'll do that tomorrow. Fantastic. Thank you. That really helps me out because, yeah, I don't have a bean at the moment. No, Dark. The Terminators I'm definitely not selling. The Terminators are 100% not for sale. That's why I bought the box. Yeah, sorry. I am not selling the Terminators. I love Terminators too much. Sorry, Dark. I'm not selling them. That's the whole reason I got the box. And the rulebook, of course. But... Francois, if I'm sending you something anyway, is there anything else you need, models wise? I don't know what it would be, but as it's being posted to you anyway, and models don't actually have that much carry weight, just curious if we're doing it anyway. I might throw some bits in anyway, actually. Not sure where I'm going with these highlights. No, I can't. I can't. I'm not going to sell the Praetor because there's 3 variants and I've got 3 of them. There's the big axe, the big hammer, and then the dual power fist. I'm gonna. Sorry, I can't sell him. Not the Terminators. They're too yummy. I can't. I can't do it. I like them too much. Oh wait, do you mean the? Oh no, you mean. Or do you mean the one? Do you mean the Iron Warrior one with the melter weapon, whatever it is, with all the pipes? Because he could go. If we can figure out which one it is, you mean? I know I did edge highlights there, but I'm just now painting them more pale. I was thinking maybe I could edge highlight with something brighter, because I do want them to look a little bit like the old Gene Stealers. Yeah, who's the Saturnine captain? I know I've edge highlighted him in this colour, but I think I'm going to go brighter still. The Terminator captain. Yeah, sorry, Francois. I'm keeping the captain. I'm sorry. I just like him too much. There's the Terminator captain from the draw as well. If you mean, I'm confusing myself. I'm sorry, I'm really confusing myself now. You mean the Saturnine captain, the Praetor, or do you mean the Terminator captain that was in the draw? Because the Terminator captain could go if you really wanted him. I could put him in. Predator. Okay. He looks terrifying. Yeah, aggressors, they're pretty good. They're pretty chunky. Centurions are also nice and chunky. If you're looking for chunk, any of those are a good option. Well, don't do that, Dark. You're in the EU. There's discount retailers available. Don't go full GW. That's crazy, man. Yeah. Oh, Dark, I'm feeling a bit bad now. How many Saturnine Terminators would you like, buddy? They can be in squads of 3 to 6. How many would you like? If you had a choice, how many would you want of the regular Terminators? Yeah, they are really, really tasty. I had a degree of willingness to part with and turned my ears off. Yeah. See, I'm a bit of a pushover. Bit of a softie. Whoa, okay, that eye is definitely highlighted. Hey, you guys. Oh, my. That came out. Yeah, that too. Could very well be that they're salamanders, and that's what it was. I agree. I think they do suit salamanders and Iron Warriors. They could be also Imperial Fists. Although, isn't the Terminator the armor exclusive to salamanders because Vulcan likes to tinker with stuff? Isn't that? I think that's the case. I think that's right. Francois, if you're still there, I need you to email me your postal address sometime today. I'll box up the Dreadnought and I will go tomorrow morning to the post office to find out how much it will be. And then I will, on tomorrow morning's stream, I will let you know how much it is. And we can get that sent. And what I'll do is, once it's all sorted out, all the money's sorted out, I will send it. I'll go there again tomorrow and send it for you. I won't mess about. I'll post it immediately for you. Yeah. So we'll do it like that. But I will need your postal address some point today, and I will send that to you. And friggin' thank you very much. Photos of the Dreadnought, very, very, very welcome. Yeah, it's nicer selling it to someone I know. I prefer that. But yeah, let's do that. So where are we at here? We got these guys done. Got a little bit too much paint on the brush. I might try and... That purple that's bled over, maybe I could just leave that. And when I go over it with a wash, like Francois said, maybe it might lead to a little bit of contrast. Now that I've gone over them and brought them up with the Wraithbone, I feel like I need to edge highlight with something even brighter. But after Wraithbone, you're kind of limited to Corax or White Scar. I wish White Scar wasn't so like watery. I wish it would stay a little bit more consistent. But yeah, it's a real shame on that one. But I think these guys are coming along. I think a little bit of white, not every edge, but just a couple of choice spots. Like knuckles, that mess of a forehead. I really like how accidentally covering the eye has made it look a little googly. I mean, they do look like people that don't see the light of day. So I can live with that. I also need to think about assembling things. I've got a lot of things that I need to assemble. And I'm not sure if I should do that on a stream or not. I feel like I need to do it on a stream to justify me assembling stuff. These guys are just really ready for an edge highlight. And I think with these skulls on his beard, I'm going to follow Francois' list, which I have subsequently forgotten. What was it? Wraithbone, Agrax, Wraithbone, and then green. A green that I don't have. I have Orc Flesh. That's a green, but it's a very harsh green. It just blasts everything. So I'm not so sure about that. But, I mean... There's 2 skulls right there. We could give it a go. Officially, chapters, Wordbows, Blood Age, Salamanders, even Emperor's Children in Dark Purple are canon schemes. Okay, so was it a design that they kept from the Traitor Legions and they pushed it during the Heresy? You wouldn't use because they're on his hair. They're not just sitting on the ground. Yeah, good point. Okay. I'm glad I mentioned that then. So yeah, we probably won't do that with those. I do love me ogres. I like them. I do love them. I've got some rather questionable ogre kit bashes. Where are they hiding? Where are they? I might crack out my ogres from... God, they're years old. Oh wait, hang on. Let me show you my ogre kit bash. Where is he? Is he in there? Yeah, there he is. Let me show you this. Let me show you this ogre. So I bought some of the. Hang on, this is really going back. So I got really into one of my first kits back. You're going to see this. This was like the second kit I bought when I started repainting Warhammer. So it's one of these guys. I forget their names. but I wanted to flesh out their ranks, and I had some ogre bodies hanging around, so I made like it's like they want to be part of the gang. So it's like got a little orc head, but he's like this big old brute of a boy, and I've got this one as well. It's just an orc head on it, but I feel like it really, really works, or at least I did at the time. But yeah, they want to be part of the gang, but they're not too bright, but they are big old boys. I thought that was quite nice. Never use them for anything, but you can see it's just paint, and then Agrax all over it, slopped all over it. But it's quite a progression. But yeah, I really like those guys. Let's just put them back. Right, so that brings us to the end. Francois, send me that email, and I will do that for you tomorrow morning. If I don't hear from you, don't worry. I just won't be able to do it. And I will see you for tonight. The plan is to be on tonight. If I haven't made it, then it's family stuff. Okay, cool. Right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon. I'll speak to you later. All right, guys. Bye.